Hey, how's it going? Today's Monday. We are continuing taking a look at different opportunities available out there. I thought it might be worth taking a look at facilities and doing series where I'm going to be taking a look at 10 different opportunities out there, finding business to engage with and or having access to facilities and what that can look like. I thought since my business is based in Bristol, I would take a look at Bristol and what kind of facilities available out there for many people. What will the process can look like, right? I'm doing it for the first time. I'm trying to understand the process for myself, right? As well as share some of that information with others. Usually, the process can be very complex, right? And or perhaps all the people know how to do it myself. I don't see where the complexity might come from, other than some of the people are trying to make things a lot harder than they have to be. With I don't know, I don't know. Within the studio, let's take a look at the CNS Research Lab and facilities. There would be a number of those, right? And let's try to understand a little bit better of what would be important when it comes to communication systems and how to build those systems. The first one, let's start with anechoic chamber. Bristol Paramedical Cone. Anechoic chamber is the key facility for wireless research. The chamber measures 8 meter by 4.5 meter or times 5 meter. So it's sort of so to say box looking kinda, and was designed and certified by there's some names there. It is served by a 65 gigahertz vector network analyzing the two-axis position and or polarized source that allows the measurements of full 3D complex polarimetric radiation patterns. The facility is able to characterize single antenna elements and arrays or frequency range from the few hundred of megahertz to tens of gigahertz. And there's a video there, and I don't know. I haven't done any business with some of this, so this might be great. It might be, I don't know what the process can look like, right? The way how I understand it, right? There's many different ways of looking at it, and there's a lot of description there. I'm personally looking at noise pollution, right? How the noise can be observed using a lot of materials, right? Or waves of noise can be potentially broken down. That's at least the way how I understood it. Since there's just to put things into perspective or use by perhaps example, right? There would be, I don't know if people are noticing around airports, right? Around airports or perhaps there are a lot of rooms, and myself can be very loud, I guess. How some of those waves and certain shapes can be used to break down that noise waves, and all of that noise can be absorbed, right? I personally believe that's a problem that they're looking to solve. I think there are some policies depending on the region when it comes to using faces, right, or pictures. I guess there might be some problems there as well as people names. I guess, and we're talking about privacy of the people. I don't know if some of those pictures have been displayed up there, but I don't know ages of the people. I don't know nothing, right? I just, I was just poking some fun. I don't know. I don't know. Let's take a look at some of the projects out there, right? So the problem, right? Let's acknowledge the problem. The problem can be potentially some of the communication waves that could be classified and different frequencies. Perhaps I'm not entirely sure how that's with the professionals there, right? And it could be Bluetooth, for example, and how would be the distance that Bluetooth wave can travel right now as we speak, and perhaps improving that distance, right? So let's say I have that problem. I'm looking or monitoring a number of shipping containers, right? And those shipping containers, perhaps I would use a system or with my location where right now it could be 10 meters, right? And myself, I'm looking to expand to 200 meters, right? Where I'm going to be monitoring every shipping container on my site. I'm not, but that's just an example, right? And how I can solve this problem, right? I guess that's a pitch of this organization. This organization can make more money. I guess I'm not looking to for anything other than that, right? Now I'm not looking for a job, I guess. So there's different channels there. So we can classify it perhaps in the different areas. That would be side of a channel modulators. Perhaps there's a different channels there which use Wi-Fi perhaps as a frequency of communication or sending signals, as well as wireless channels. Perhaps there's a different communication there. Again, I guess I'm not entirely sure what would that frequency be classified or called. Might be different names there, as well as last one would be massive MIMO, and what that frequency and how this frequency might be classified as. But if you yourself, you might be interested in taking a look at something like 5G technology, right? The massive MIMO, perhaps 5G, and progressing from that particular technology into 6G, and how you can improve existing technology. And they talking or look at the order of the 10 to 20x, right? So perhaps there would be different ways how this frequency can improve over time. We're more interested within that space. The more interested people might be going into that space and tackling some of the problems. Hopefully, we ourselves would have 8G, 10G, right? All the Gs. We might potentially would have all of those Gs. I have read a little bit, but again, I'm not professional working with that space. It might be very important, in particular when we're talking or looking at communication, right? And how that communication can be used and or improved by and some of the existing projects there. And some of the systems that they're building, from what I understand from the picture, and how some of these technologies can currently be worked as, I think the whole sector would be classified as Internet of Things, and how your gadgets potentially be able to communicate to another, or on what frequency and what kind of communication might be, and how taxing or how much power some of those communications might require, as well as sensing, right? So how those technologies potentially sense each other or transfer data, and what kind of data would be collected and transferred, right? So there are some existing projects and or something that's been shared within this information, I guess, but there's an entire facility set up to improve some of those frequencies and sensing, and how information can be collected and stored, right? Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book, Inflow, within this journal. I'm taking a look at daily routines, and I'm looking to share this journal with as many people as I possibly can. That would be how I would structure it. So it would be to develop a habit that would last. Ideally, perhaps for to build a habit would take about 70 days. I have done it, so it would be 90 days. Within those 90 days, just staying on the safe side, I guess, would be enough time for you to develop a habit. Within every page, it would be 24-hour windows, and what would be important within taking a look at 24 hours and how you can achieve your goals. What would be required to you to do every single day to accomplish your goals, and or what kind of habits you would need to develop. Have taken a look within the journal. I'm looking to share this journal with as many people as I can. You can find it, QR code in the corner, company's website below. Communication is an important sector, and I'm looking to reach out to you some of those facilities and trying to understand a little bit better over the process of working together, perhaps building some of those good systems out there. This particular facility is based in Bristol. Perhaps they're already working on things like smart cities. That's a concept popularized on how they can potentially monitor people and or activity within the cities, and optimizing some of those processes, and or outsourcing a lot of the necessary things that would need to be done to software if possible. So perhaps there's a sensing, communication, there's everything there. It might be, I don't know. I'm trying to understand myself as I go, and perhaps share some information with others. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.